You're not necessarily expected to even provide the reasons for disbandment if you don't have them, or if it's something that you cannot write, or you could either write back and say, may I be clarified on the following key issue, so that we are able to then guide you further.
Thank you, General. Ms. Hassim?
Thank you. So it was free to General Khumalo to not do that if it wasn't something that he was within his knowledge, which, of course, it's not in his knowledge. Right?
I suggest so.
And
Ms. Hassim, it's 4:15. Let us adjourn at this stage.
I have no objection if you continue or adjourn. We're available.
Now you want me to look lazy, Ms. King.
I want to stay neutral.
General, should we continue?
Let's pull through. Let's continue.
Okay, let's adjourn at 5 p.m. then. Let's continue.
all right, Chair. So let's continue through the letter. You then request I'm going to move over to the next page, 4.5. Input from key stakeholders in response to the announced disbandment of the task team. For example, comments by NPA and SSA. Now, would there not have been consultation with these key stakeholders prior to the disbandment of the decision to disband?
This letter serves as a guideline, and all the necessary important exercises that needs to be done, or what needed to be considered or done. Now, in this case, the consultation with key stakeholders was one of the key issues to attend to, and as General Khumalo later indicated in his correspondence, that they also made use of this same document. They took certain key topics out of that, and then also allocated action plan, and then they allocated such an action plan to the National Commissioner in terms of consultation with stakeholders. But they were all guided from this document.
That doesn't answer my question. My question is, would there not have been consultation with the key stakeholders? And so the input from the stakeholders would be sought prior to the announcement of the disbandment, right?
The answer is really the same answer, because this document, no one expected disbandment, no one expected this letter. There wouldn't have been any prior consultations with nobody, because the answer will remain the same. For as long as we still sticking to wasn't there supposed to be a consultation, the answer is the same.
General, maybe Ms. Hassim as well. If you look at 3.7, paragraph 3.7 at page 207, it says, so this is, as I read this letter, the whole of paragraph 3, it's steps that must be taken, the whole of paragraph 3. And then 3.7 says stakeholder communication. All internal and external stakeholders must be notified in writing about the disbandment, the transition plan for ongoing cases, and the future protocol. That's in 3.7. And then the paragraph that Ms. Hassim is now discussing, 4.5, stakeholder feedback. It is feedback on the task in 3.7. It doesn't answer the question, Ms. Hassim's question, that should there not have been stakeholder engagement before. But I think 4.5 makes sense when you look at 3.7. Because after disbandment, the plan says now tell all your stakeholders what your transition plan is and future protocols. And then 4.5 requires your report to state what their feedback is.
Thanks, Commissioner Beloy. The question remains the same because it would mean that there would only be communication to stakeholders after the decision is made. So my question is, and this is an important question because the PKTT was made up of multiple stakeholders itself, including...
Before the question, and please hold your thought on it, I just want to make an observation, General, on what the last thing you said just now. You said you did not expect, and you are not referring only to yourself, but I think you are referring to everybody. You said you did not expect this letter, and you said it twice now.
Yes.
And you have said it twice already before. I think the first time you mentioned it, you said we all did not expect the disbandment. And then you said it again later. You've said it 4 times.
That's correct.
I find it rather odd that you say you were not surprised and that General Masemula should not have been surprised when all of you say 4 times, did not expect this. I'm just making that observation and to have it on record. You may continue, but if you want to comment, General, you may.
I really wish I want to comment, Chair, and it is with respect as well. I'm not challenging the Chair. When I say General Masemola cannot say he was also shocked or surprised, I'm just banking on the fact that it was not the first time we all saw a letter was just drafted, having not had any discussion prior at all.
But you don't expect it, and I would think you must be surprised when you see it, when you did not expect it. That's the point I'm making.
If the chair calls me one day into a meeting and say, General, I'm concerned about 1, 2, 3, 4 that is happening, and I think we really need to re-look into this situation and that, and then go think about it, but we need to reconsider this or to review this, look into that one. Then I indicate and say, no, but I don't think it will make any problem. There's any problem in this regard.
You see, there wasn't. Okay, continue.
Then I say I don't see any problem. I think it can be done. Then it all goes quiet. It's festive season now. We're all over the country doing festive season. Later in the year, in the end of the year, the 31st, I see a letter coming through. It will come as a shock, but not surprised because I know about it. It was once raised, and then my job will be to then call the chair and say, Chair, I see this letter, and I'm surprised or I'm shocked that
you see, you can't avoid saying you are shocked, you are surprised. You can't avoid saying that.
I'm saying
because that's actually what should ordinarily happen in those circumstances. You yourself cannot avoid being shocked or surprised, General.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
No, my advocate warned me and say, don't go for the second time with the chair. Just remain. Once you see he raises something, don't repeat it. So I'm taking a short left now.
Thank you, General. Yes, Ms. Hasim.
Thank you, Chair. So
yes, Chair.
I don't see any inconsistency between your statement and the minutes of 1 November 2024. But my question is really this. Was there a review by the SAPS Executive Committee as contemplated in paragraph 63 of your decision? Because you are part of that executive committee, not so?
It's correct.
You are. Was there a review by that executive committee which you are a part of?
Not at all.
So we know this did not happen.
This did not.
So what was your expectation as far as the existence of the PKTT was concerned after this meeting? So what is the next thing that you expected after this meeting?
What I expected was that since in the meeting the minister raised about the disbandment or the closure of the inspectorate and the PKTT, it was now a subject for discussion that at some point is going to happen.
And that did not happen. There was no discussion at some point.
There was no discussion in between because the National Commissioner raised certain concerns in relation to like your inspectorate and say it can be done, however, it's going to cost 1, 2, 3.
So the next thing you saw was the minister's letter?
On the 31st.
Before there was a discussion?
Yes.
And before there was this review by the executive committee?
That's correct. Since the 1st of November to the 31st.
Yes. So then why do you say General Masimula is feigning surprise when he says when he saw the letter he was taken by surprise? If you yourself expected that there were going to be discussions, there was going to be a review, is it not a surprise that a disbandment letter that directs that the PKTT be disbanded immediately comes before this discussion has taken place or before even the executive committee of SAPS has set to undertake the exercise which you say would have been the next step?
I would be surprised if this topic or this subject was never at any given moment discussed. I just saw a letter on the 31st. But if I know that at some point there was this meeting held and my contribution was this, then when that decision comes and it comes as a surprise, then as the National Commissioner, I will then take it up with the minister, revert back without pushing it further. So I'm saying, to me, he cannot say it came as a surprise because it wasn't the very first time he came to hear about the matter.
Not the review, the disbandment. Remember, the first time he's hearing of the disbandment is when he sees the letter. He might have heard about a suggested review, a suggested impact analysis, but that is different to a disbandment decision. The first time he hears about a disbandment is in the letter because the minutes don't say anything about disbandment. They talk about a review. Murray on the 6th of March 2024 talks about an impact analysis. So the first time the National Commissioner sees the word disbandment is on when he sees the letter of 31 December 2024. And that is the sub.
When the chair starts looking at me like that, I feel threatened now.
What reasons did you expect of General Khumalo? Because bearing in mind that he did not disband the PKTT.
This letter, Commissioners, as General Ravi wrote this letter, he gives guidance. It's a guideline that says, give us a comprehensive close-up report must be submitted by 16 January, confirming compliance with the aforementioned directives. The report should be structured according to the following guidelines. Now, it gives different topics. It's guidelines. Now, which means you're not necessarily